Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Love is composed of a single soul, inhabiting two bodies. There is no great genius without some touch of madness. It is the mark of an educated mind, to be able to entertain a thought, without accepting it. Whosoever is delighted in solitude, is either a wild beast, or a god. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. Happiness depends upon ourselves. Anybody can become angry, that is easy, but to be angry with the right person, and to the right degree, and at the right time, and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power, and is not easy. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. A friend to all, is a friend to none. The aim of art is, to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Pleasure in the job, puts perfection in the work. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. I count him braver, who overcomes his desires than him, who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. The worst form of inequality is, to try to make unequal things equal. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Hope is a waking dream. Those that know, do. Those that understand, teach. Good habits formed at youth, make all the difference. He, who is unable to live in society, or who has no need, because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. The energy of the mind, is the essence of life. Personal beauty is a greater recommendation, than any letter of reference. The ideal man bears the accidents of life, with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. The aim of the wise is, not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness, and the power of contemplation, rather than upon mere survival. We make war that we may live in peace. Republics decline into democracies, and democracies degenerate into despotisms. Well begun is half done. Courage is the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees the others. What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. The secret to humor is surprise. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. The law is reason, free from passion. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children, because they are more certain they are their own. Jealousy is both reasonable, and belongs to reasonable men, while envy is base and belongs to the base, for the one makes himself get good things by jealousy, while the other does not allow his neighbor to have them through envy. Change in all things is sweet. The educated differ from the uneducated, as much as the living from the dead. The soul never thinks without a picture. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. To run away from trouble is a form of cowardice, and, while it is true that the suicide braves death, he does it not for some noble object, but to escape some ill. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensibility, but through greatness of mind. Wit is educated insolence. Education is an ornament in prosperity, and a refuge in adversity. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. It is just that we should be grateful, not only to those with whose views we may agree, but also to those who have expressed more superficial views, for these also contributed something, by developing before us the powers of thought. It is best to rise from life, as from a banquet, neither thirsty nor drunken. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. Youth is easily deceived, because it is quick to hope. The end of labor is to gain leisure. The most perfect political community is one in which the middle class is in control and outnumbers both of the other classes. Without friends, no one would choose to live, though he had all other goods. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. To attain any assured knowledge about the soul is one of the most difficult things in the world. A great city is not to be confounded with a populous one. For one swallow does not make a summer, nor does one day, and so too one day, or a short time, does not make a man blessed and happy. Probable impossibilities are to be preferred to improbable possibilities. My best friend is the man who in wishing me well wishes it for my sake. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons.